Hello, welcome at long last to Sentence 30, the last video in the Creative Writing Sentence Structure series, and this time it's on, really it's a bit of a cheat, it's not one sentence, it's two, which we call last word, first word. You might be anticipating what's going to come. Let's look at a couple of examples. So here's the first one. The end was close, but still each minute seemed like an eternity. Another example. Suddenly and miraculously the knight was transformed yet still burdened by the weight of his past. That's the knight in the Wife of Bath's tale, which is picked up in the Women in Literature module at the end of year 9. And one more, this time from the protagonist, the unnamed protagonist of The Yellow Wallpaper. I am trapped within these suffocating yellow walls, yearning for a glimpse of freedom beyond. Beyond lies the promise of liberation from this maddening confinement. It's also, I just want to introduce the possibility that you can, if you want, do this within a single sentence. What we've got here, I'll just move myself out of the way so you can see it in all its glory, is a couplet in the style of Sappho, who also features in the Women in Literature unit. Gentle whispers of the twilight's embrace my weary soul with tranquil grace. And you can see that embrace picked up from one line to the next. So not technically two sentences, not at all two sentences, but still using that same technique. And you can see from the first two examples here that we've got the repeated word close and transformed. Transformed, they're acting as an adverbial in introducing the main clause in the second sentence. And that's a nice, easy way to do it. You can see from the third example it's not the only way to do it, but it is definitely one way to do it. So just have the word followed by a comma and then straight into the rest of the sentence. But it depends what you've done in the first sentence. So a couple of teaching points. This is another example of anadiplosis. So if you might remember from the repeat and reload sentence, rhetorical technique used to connect together ideas. And the repetition here is creating a sense of cohesion, but also a rhythmic effect as you move from one sentence to the next. It's a really effective transition. So obviously, the only technique that you need to master in order to write this sentence is this deliberate repetition of the first word of the second sentence in the second sentence. And as we said before, that can be an adverbial phrase at the start of the next sentence, but not necessarily one word. So here we've got a sentence written from the perspective of Angelica from The Rover, Aphra Behn's play. With fiery determination, I refuse to be confined by society's expectations. Expectations be damned, I will forge my own path of liberation. So, lots of different ways of doing it, but essentially we're trying to create that sense of rhythm and cohesion by using anadiplosis. And if you do it, you've got your last word, first word sorted out. Thanks very much for all your attention over this series, and we'll see you at some other place, some other time in the future. Thanks very much for watching.